What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a good day. Wanted to do a follow-up video on the new Dryfire, new to me, Dryfire magazine with the integrated laser cartridge. If you saw the video, I did the unboxing of it and kind of talked about how it worked. I've had it now for a month and a half or so, give or take, and have used it almost daily. I've skipped a few days, but almost daily since then. Have had zero issues with reliability or and really no, I'll say, durability issues with it. I am on my third battery. It came with, I think, two, and I went ahead and ordered a couple off Amazon. They're kind of a strange little battery. LR626. And so I knew I was going to plan, or I'd planned on using it a lot. So I ordered a couple batteries, and this is the battery number 3. One thing that I put it together here. One thing, when I first got it, I was not really sure how it worked. This is the one I had before, the Pink Rhino, an Amazon, pretty inexpensive laser cartridge. And the way this one works is you put it in the gun. I can show you. Put this in the gun, and when you pull the trigger, if you can see that right here in front of my finger, the firing pin depresses the back of the laser cartridge. I'll show you here, which right here. So the firing pin hits the back of the laser right here and depresses that. If you can see down there. So if I hold that down, it's just a laser pointer. So when it comes out and strikes that, you'll get that laser indicator on target. With the Dryfire mag going in, and I know the firing pin's not being engaged every time you pull the trigger. You put the magazine in, and when you break the trigger, you're not engaging the internals of the gun after the first trigger press. You're just simply working this spring and plunger right there. So I was curious how that engaged the laser pointer, and there wasn't much information online. So if you turn this on, which you see the visual light right there, it's kind of cool. So it's a wireless signal, and so if once the cartridge is in the pistol, you can see it there. So you can see I'm not touching anything. When you pull the trigger and it depresses this plunger spring in the Dryfire mag, that's what sends a signal to the laser cartridge that tells it to emit the laser. So I thought that was kind of cool. I like to understand how things work. And again, I didn't see a whole lot of information online about how it worked, and I knew it didn't work like the other one. And so through trial and error, that's so there you can see it in the pistol. Every time I break the trigger, again, I'm just pulling against that spring and plunger as part of the Dryfire mag, and it's wirelessly telling the laser cartridge to emit that laser. So I thought that was kind of cool. The only durability concern I had, and it was self-inflicted, it comes with this nice little wooden plunger, or you can use the number 2 pencil. When you take the cartridge out, be careful. It's got O-rings. I'll show you here. It's got O-rings on either side that help it seat in the chamber properly and keep it aligned, and so it's not bumping around in there, and it shoots true. You don't want to, when you put some pressure on there, when those O-rings finally release, you don't want to come back and hit the back of the gun there, because if you do, as I did, you see that mark right there, it kind of depressed the back end of the cartridge down. It hasn't failed, hasn't caused any reliability issues, but I'm sure that if I did that over and over again, it would cause some issues with, messing up the internals, wiring, whatever, of the laser cartridge. So just be careful of that. When you're taking the cartridge out, apply consistent pressure, but just don't just ram it back, because it will possibly cause some damage there. And other than that, again, I'm as happy or more happy with it now after a month of pretty hard use as I was when I first got it. It's not something that I would call a fad or something that's just cool and you use once or twice and put it away. If you're serious about shooting and getting better, and you're doing the dry fire training, this makes it way more engaging, interesting, and fun, I think. It's one thing to sit here and, push out and get on target and break trigger, and maybe you're on target, maybe you weren't, you don't know. Or if you put a single laser cartridge in there, and then to do it again, you've got to, and that's good practice. And if that's all you can do, then have at it. But being able to get there and sit there and take multiple shots and transition from one target to another, getting some trigger press practice in, and also having that visual indicator on target, I think is really invaluable. And not just the feedback that you get from that in dry fire, but also, again, to keep you engaged. Big difference between shooters that dry fire train 5 minutes twice a week, and the guys that go out there and do it, an hour a day or even 30 minutes a day consistently. And this, for me, at least makes that 30 minutes a day that I try to do much more attainable and much easier. And I feel like I get more out of it. If I go down to the basement and just do that for 30 minutes, like, okay, I've practiced handling the weapon, and that's really all I feel like I've done. If I've got the visual feedback on target and I'm getting multiple shots and working on transitions and setting different targets up, using the shot timer, setting par times, things like that, I really feel like I can gauge my progress, similar to what I do or try to do when I'm out on the range, shooting drills and using timers. So again, that's my kind of 1 month review on the Dryfire mag with the laser. I will say also, make sure you don't do what I did at first and forget to take the battery out when you're done training for the day. Just pop the battery out. There's no off switch on the laser cartridge, and it definitely does drain that battery out much quicker if you leave it in there. This turns off, I think, after a couple minutes, but if you turn this off, and I really charge it like once every couple days. It's never gone dead on me, so I don't know what the battery life is, but I just plug it in, maybe once or twice a week just to make sure that it's charged when I want to use it. And Dryfire mag, I'll put a link down below. Go check those guys out. And if you're looking to improve your dry fire training or give you a reason to go do some more of it, I highly recommend that. And safe shooting. And let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you like the video, like and subscribe. And let me know if you have any questions or want to see anything different, or want to have anything else show up on the channel.